Hello, Kyle. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you, baby cakes?
I am good. I am good.
What is new?
Oh, nothing much.
Tell us. Adam went to the
Oh,
the Rockies.
I went. Yes, I
Tell
went
us-
to Colorado.
Tell us about your adventure
It was-
in the Rockies.
It was great. We went to Colorado. Me and my fiance. We got our engagement pictures done there, and it was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Soon to be newlyweds.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, no,
That's-
it was a lot of fun. I've never been to Colorado before, so it was cool to see. It was really beautiful. There's, just being in the mountains was awesome. It was we went to
The Rockies are dope.
we went
The
to
Rockies are big time dope.
we went to Breckenridge, so it's like a big time ski area. And
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
the first day that the ski resort was open, like for actual skiing. So it was packed, and
Damn.
so we were driving up the mountain like as it was snowing, and it was very sketchy. Like I've driven a lot.
Yeah, that would be pretty
but
nerve-wracking.
it was
it's
very
like driving in
nerve-wracking.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like if you're going southbound and you get in the mountainous areas in Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh
You're
yeah.
fucking just riding hard, like
Mhm.
hugging mountainside and shit. That's fun though.
And,
That's sick.
yeah, there's
Oh,
like semi trucks like next to me, and like the road's like just it's so thin.
You're
and
like, I don't want to
I'm
die.
in a rental. Yeah, we're like in a rental car, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. No, that's
It was but it was a lot of fun. It was an awesome trip. We stayed in like it was called Black Hawk. So it was a
Okay.
old mining town that is turned into like a casino area. So it was awesome. It was a very cool area.
Joe Henny looks at the casino. Are we rich? Are
no,
we rich now?
we did not gamble. We did not gamble
okay.
one bit.
Wow,
Actually.
good,
Yeah.
good. Fuck the casino.
Yeah. Well, I kind of told Dana.
I mean, casino can be fun, but it's
We
not a
spent
place
a
you should spend an extended amount of time at. You know.
well, we spent a lot of money on a lot of other things. So I'm like,
yeah, sounds like. I mean, y'all did a lot of sightseeing, and from what you're telling me earlier
yeah.
too.
Oh, we did so much. We did so much. We got a lot of good pictures. So,
Oh yeah.
but the whole reason we went there, we went for an engagement picture,
Yeah,
to get our engagement photo shoot or whatever, and the photographer was late, and dude, it was.
no.
We didn't have service, so like.
Oh yeah, that's rough too.
It
yeah.
it was a disaster, but we got some
roaming
okay
city.
pictures, so it was all right.
Very nice.
Yeah. But what's something new? Anything new with you? How's life?
Life's all right. Did not do very good betting this weekend on sports. Went like 6, 7, and 2. Had 2 pushes.
Okay.
Got caught on the hook on one, which is like if you lose by 0.5, like you just fucking it just hit the number, give or take a half. Oh, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. But besides that, pretty
Losing money, yeah.
good. Yeah, besides that, pretty good.
Yeah.
Still
Well, good.
Still up on the football season, so.
Yeah, okay. I had football on in here this is my garage. And
Oh shit! Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, change the location, but
Yep.
I know both of us didn't mention this. We are in Adam's garage,
Yep.
heater equipped.
we do have we also have a
fucking Danny
our
DeVito
special guest,
with
yeah.
us. Fucking, he already gave us both hand jobs. They're fantastic for a cardboard cutout.
Yes.
It's very, no lotion.
He
either.
just mashed it,
Yeah, he's fucking. He's like that's how you know it's good. Is that he's just got the what's it called, the motion of the ocean? Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, no, Danny DeVito. I'm sorry, I'm a fucking yeah. Danny DeVito's with us as well in the background.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the most controversial trial since O.J. Simpson, the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Sure, your feeds and like different people in your life, depending. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way they feel about it to a degree, but sure, it's just been a fucking hurricane of people talking about it in your life, or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're like, no, shut the fuck up, Kyle. Haven't talked about that shit. Regardless, it's been a pretty prevalent topic.
I feel like a lot of people are talking about it. I feel like I've seen a lot of Facebook posts of people that I haven't really seen posts from in a while that have said stuff, commented
coming
on
out of
it.
the woodwork.
Yeah.
Facebook's very home to the.
I don't know if they updated their. I don't know if you have. I don't know if
Facebook land's gone downhill a lot.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Hell
not-
yeah! I see the same shit over and over again.
It's
A
just
lot of it's
Meansville.
just like suggested Like,
Yeah.
I get like
Yeah, that's
2
true.
rows of suggested friends. Like, it's mostly Facebook content,
Yeah.
you know. And I guess maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's what they want. Do they want us to look more at primarily? I guess they would,
1,000%.
right?
Cash money.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, the problem is the political stuff. Like, especially
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like this case on Facebook, I feel like predominantly like uneducated folk on the topic like share the most cornball fucking memes about it. Like
yes.
especially
Yeah.
especially still a lot of people still run with lies about this case. Cuz we're now post acquittal and found not guilty on all charges now, which is, we were not post that when I did the individual little just my own
That little
synopsis
shorts,
on
yeah.
what was going on. Yeah. But now it's just a lot of people, there's been a lot of people I've seen tripling down on half truths,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the crossing state lines, like buzz topic, like the fact a lot of people still think he possessed a firearm crossing state lines, which was not the case. It was bought actually legally by the state law.
Yeah, like
in,
way
all of
before,
Wisconsin.
way before the
Yep.
shooting. It was kept at his friend's house.
Yeah,
And I think
that's
what people don't
that's a huge detail. It wasn't real time either. The gun wasn't purchased in real time. It's not like bang bang, like, oh, my friend told me I need to come stand outside the store, fucking be a vigilante or whatever, and we picked up a new gun. Like, nah, like that's a good point that people should know, and it's a like very factual detail. That's not.
Well,
how
I guess that the kid that, because I guess as an 8, cause, at the time he was 17.
Yeah.
They got his friend that bought
It was
the
like
gun
something
for
they
him.
preemptively bought for when he was legally allowed to have it in that
and
state.
then-
As like a president or something.
So
Which, whatever. I mean,
and the friend was 18, and now that 18-year-old is being, I think, charged with.
yeah, he's got 2 felony counts
Yeah.
that he has the same judge and prosecutor, which that's gonna be corny as fuck.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah,
really?
Especially with fucking.
Oh wow. I did not
prosecutor is
understand. I didn't
cornball.
know that.
Yeah. They're gonna have the same cornball prosecutor.
Wow, that is so
that
funny. Oh, dude,
makes
we
childish fucking metaphors.
yeah.
And like,
How about
explanations.
maybe I wonder if he'll point a gun at the jury.
yeah, maybe he'll fucking go full like just rocket launcher at the like fucking.
I wonder sorry. Is he gonna
No, you're good. You're good. What the fuck, Adam? Fucking straight.
Don't hit me,
No, I'm
please.
just kidding. It's all good.
Is he
I
gonna have a
probably stumbled on my
jury?
words.
Do you know, or is he?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I mean, I honestly,
what was
I
it-
think
what
I would
was his
rather
name?
have a judge do that and not a jury. Well, actually, I don't know though. I don't know.
Rittenhouse
Maybe I would want to have a jury. I just feel like
friend.
it sucks. Like for Kyle
Trial.
Rittenhouse case, like it was clearly like a self-defense. I wonder what the defense is for this, because like regardless of the case, regardless of anything, I really think anything, he provided a weapon to a minor, and so
Okay.
like I wonder what because he's not being charged for the murder. He's not being charged for anything. He's literally.
Yeah.
I wonder like what the defense is. Like he's
So-
gonna lose. It's gonna suck.
It's gonna be tough because it's probably the most warranting of maybe a charge, and well, not the most warranting. I think some of the people that were involved in the crazy situation involving Rittenhouse should maybe face some charges too. But
Yeah.
friend's name.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna cut
Sorry.
you off.
No, you're good.
Friend's
No,
name,
no.
just so we stay on track, is Dominic Black.
Yep. Okay.
He's already testified a couple times. This is he testified in the Rittenhouse case, excuse me, and then he's about to have his own trial for himself for 2
Is he using
felony charges.
the same defense attorney?
I do not know. I'm
Like, is he the same lawyer?
scrolling through here right now.
'Cause that'd be interesting.
Blake said they discussed knowing it was illegal, but agreed Rittenhouse wouldn't get the gun himself until he turned 18. They shot a couple hundred rounds that week, Blake testified, and that the only time Rittenhouse had used the weapon until August 25th, 2020 was that instance when they, I don't know if they went in someone's backyard or went to a range.
Okay, so if that was the only time that they used, so I'm just trying to think of this kid's defense. So if that's the only time that they used it, like they can't say like, oh, I felt threatened, because if they would say like I feel threatened, I feel like that would make people question Kyle Rittenhouse case too. You know, like, oh, now he had prior judgment to this, and he's like, oh, I'm scared of this. So now, you know what I mean?
I feel like this kid's a public defender or something because this was a quote he said. Sorry, I'm just skimming through this.
No,
article
you're
right now.
good. Yeah, I'm just.
But under
Get my
questioning
thoughts.
from prosecutor Binger, Black testified that he needed the rifle in case something bad happened. He thought the weapon might deter others from damaging the business. That's
That's not good, dude.
That's going to be tough legally for that kid because you're essentially
he's essentially saying that he felt
preemptively like.
It's
Again, I do think for all intents and purposes, I do think the ruling was correct.
I do,
how
yeah.
crazy
No,
the situation was,
100%,
but
yeah.
this is tough because he's basically implying that there is potential intent to use the weapon, like in this.
Yeah, and that's
part
gonna
of his
fuck Kyle
testimony.
Rittenhouse up. They're gonna be like, "Oh, look," and
Yeah, 'cause
they're
well,
gonna say that. The media is
they're-
100% gonna do that.
They're gonna try to bring federal charges, from what I heard too. So
Oh,
being the
wow.
yeah, look out for some federal action would be pretty crazy. I don't think we don't want to start, regardless how I feel in the case.
Wow.
I don't think we want to start setting a precedent where like the federal
Yeah, that's
federal
wild.
government
I
gets
didn't hear
involved
about
with
that.
different state trials and rulings. I don't think that's. I don't think jury trials are all that efficient. I wouldn't trust my peers to make any sort of decision on a ruling that could change my life, and I don't think anyone else should be very comfortable with that if
I
you've
think
been out in the world enough. But
I think it depends on your
the feds getting involved
lawyer.
sucks too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the feds getting involved that'd be bad. That would suck.
Yeah, that
Having
kid
unlimited resources.
Yeah,
you know.
just fucking step in whenever they feel ever so obligated. Which like the feds just stepping in, is always traditionally works out really well. It's
Yeah.
definitely got some. Not being sarcastic, but yeah, the Dominic Black's gonna have a rough go. Because
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I wonder if
I
that's
see-
gonna be
but
as
he was-
popular
I don't
as
think he.
this.
This is me speculating but I've never heard anyone mention, just from all the commentary I've watched on this, is I've never heard anyone mention that Dominic Black like shot around at the protest. So, I still think that's tough.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't,
Well,
because
he got separated.
Yeah, they got separated
so
for sure.
I
FBI footage showed that, no doubt.
But I don't. Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't heard anything about whether he. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't. Right? Because I feel like that would also be like.
Yeah, it did
You
not
know,
say
that would be.
anything.
You'd hear that. You'd be like, oh,
I
yeah,
just
two
skimmed through this USA
two
Today
friends
article.
went to this peaceful protest
Yeah,
and quote unquote peaceful protest.
Which yeah, that's that's a good segue because that's another buzz topic that, I mean, there were a lot of peaceful protests last summer. There were a lot of violent protests last summer. Riots. There were a lot of violent.
Well, that's the thing.
riots last
It
summer.
was a
Kenosha,
peaceful. It was peaceful during the
Kenosha-
day, and at night it
Yeah.
became. It was a riot. 100%.
Nationwide, it would almost devolve into something crazy. I went out to a few, and they were pretty. That's what kind of skewed my view on some of the rhetoric being thrown around, because people were just like in Detroit and in a couple other areas were just so like violent and crazy, and it wasn't a lot of people from the inner city communities like that I checked out. And that's what deterred me from maybe kind of like taking a different look at it. And like Kenosha is a great example of one that just was never, in my opinion, not like peaceful from the get. I feel like
Yeah.
that was constant violence.
I mean,
And that's why people got called up in
Yeah.
the first place to guard businesses, because it was consistent. Then like day 2, there was an old man who had a shop lit on fire. There was the used car dealership that Dominic
Yep.
Black and Kyle Rittenhouse were asked by the owners to go guard for them. That's getting lit on fire. And then the day 2, that old man got cracked with a fucking brick, which was very fucked up. They like laid his ass out for trying to put a fire out front of his business like that. That's some savage shit. So people act like there's no reason for some armed people to be
that is
down there.
that is really crazy.
I feel like that's another weird proclamation too. Like,
I wonder if
along
that
with-
auto shop owner knew that Kyle Rittenhouse was a minor. Can you imagine asking a minor to go down there with a gun that he's technically not supposed to have? And
it was probably one of those things they didn't give a fuck at that point. I mean, imagine you're owning something there, like a street side, and you have these fucking just maniacs.
oh no,
Just ready to
I
pop off at
totally
any
get
second.
that. I just don't know. I just don't know if putting a minor's like potentially putting a minor's life at risk is worth that.
Oh, I'm saying it like they just didn't give, like they didn't even ask. They didn't even know.
Okay.
It was probably
yeah,
like,
he
don't
probably
ask,
yeah,
like,
he
don't
probably
tell
didn't
type
know.
thing.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
Because they saw, I mean,
Well, I think that was just a shit show. Like just seeing just footage of that night and just seeing
Yeah.
how escalated the situation got, like how quickly it escalated.
Oh, so
And,
fast.
like I think
As soon as Rosenbaum was shot at the gas station, that whole mess, which you can,
But-
the drone footage is very telling. But continue.
Well, I just think it's crazy too, just to think of like that they're saying like that this was a peaceful protest. Like you saw at the prosecutor was saying like, oh, Rosenbaum, he just lit a garbage can on fire.
Yeah.
He said some bad words.
Yeah, just said the N word.
You know,
Just said the N
multiple
word at a
times,
fucking
multiple times.
Black Lives Matter
At
protest. Doesn't make
that
a lot of
doesn't
sense
make
to me.
any sense. Yeah, no.
Sounds
no.
like a good reason to get
But-
fucking smacked at one of those protests.
but
if you ask
it was
me,
like
but whatever.
I think
He's
I
a
think
hero.
It's like 2 minutes and like 30 seconds or something, 30 or 40 seconds, 2 minutes and 40 seconds from the point of when
Rosenbaum's initially shot.
Rosenbaum lit the dumpster on fire to then when he got shot.
Oh, okay.
So like
I
Kyle
thought you were saying
Rittenhouse,
from when. Yeah.
yeah. So Kyle Rittenhouse could totally see this, this guy being like, whoa, what the fuck, this guy, this guy's crazy. Now he's.
And like footage prior, like you said, he was being.
I think that's what it is. I hope I don't get that wrong.
No, you're good. I mean, we can go back and correct anything
Yeah.
that we like misnomer.
But like it's clearly
not
that
misnomer.
Kyle Rittenhouse saw
Shut
this
the fuck
guy, and he had
Yeah, we'll
already
correct anything.
initiated it. He already had talked to him a few times that night. Like they
Yeah.
had seen each other before. Like that wasn't the first time apparently they've seen each other.
Yeah, and he
and-
was saying some crazy shit too. Like Rosenbaum, if you watch his like the pre-confrontation footage, like Rosenbaum is like acting a fool. Like he is trying to say like he's gonna cut Kyle's heart out. He's telling people to shoot him, like not just Kyle Rittenhouse either. He's telling random people to fucking shoot him, like acting all wild and belligerent. Like he's going around trying to fight people, light shit on fire.
Yeah,
like,
I mean he's a bad guy.
yeah,
He's a bad guy. He was out there looking for trouble.
Yeah,
I mean
dude-
clearly he.
dude sodomized like multiple minors.
Yeah.
He's been charged and convicted. They're
That's
I think he
so
gave-
messed up that people. That's just so
I think
crazy.
it's 5 total CS like criminal sexual conduct charges against a minor that
Nobody-
he was
and-
convicted on, and he's
Yeah.
like being like, he's obviously very erratic and just like not a good person, regardless how you feel about Kyle Rittenhouse, and the fact that like the media is doing this weird tour with him and Anthony Huber, like painting them as these just they could only be victims, like nothing else, and then Gage Grosskreutz is going on, like Good Morning America and USA Today, like fucking literally still telling lies that like contradict what his testimony was. But I guess like I don't know, he like that dude lied to the police and said he had his hands up, but then also
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
but then testified that, oh yes, I actually, while my hands were up, like in the video shows, is that like the Glock was pointed at his face, and then like I don't know, I just don't understand like why are we propping these 3 dudes up? Like they didn't look like
Well, the one I think was the one I don't think had. Did the other guy have charges?
yeah,
Hoover, both of them did.
Hoover did too, for sure. He like fucking beat his girlfriend or wife or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's a couple other things, but off the top of my head, I'm not gonna. I know that for a fact.
Was it-
though. He
okay,
had some
so
sort of
was-
assault
was it
charge
3
against a significant other.
I always forget this. Was it 3 people that died and one
It
was
was
injured, or was it
Anthony Hoover,
2?
unfortunately, and Rosenbaum. Maybe Rosenbaum not so unfortunately, but I think that might be a positive. But they both passed away, and then
Yeah, and then-
Grosskreutz was homie who pointed the Glock over
Yeah, got it.
Rittenhouse
Okay,
in
okay.
the street with like the infamous
Yeah.
photo, and he got his bicep shot off.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, no more left hand bicep curls for Gage Grosskreutz, and probably no more lawsuit either. That's probably gonna be a
Yeah.
rough go for
He's probably gonna have a
Mr.
cool scar, like a good story.
Mr. Feel Sorry for Me.
Yeah.
Getting out like he was out there being just as like he was doing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He was in the same bad spot Kyle Rittenhouse was, that the narrative, like the media, tried to paint it. Like Kyle Rittenhouse actually, we found out technically was possessing it legally. Gage Grosskreutz technically, I'm not saying that all these laws like matter arbitrarily. Like I obviously can like think beyond them and be like, oh well, neither should be like that, or they both should be able to carry like without. But unfortunately, that's the law in Wisconsin, and like Gaze Grosskreutz was illegally carrying, a Glock or like I think it was like a 9mm.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, that guy's like, how can you exclude that and then act like Kyle Rittenhouse is this crazy man just because it's a rifle, dude? I feel like they politicize that very well too. Like anything that's a rifle, it's just like, it's like, dude, a lot of people have rifles. Like a lot of people at these protests, even the ones I've been at, like carry rifles, like whether they be militia type members or like Black Lives Matter activists, or just people in general, like I think just making sure no one gets wild. Cops don't get wild. People don't get wild with cops.
I think
vice versa.
Yeah, I think the crazy thing too is that it's not, well known. At least I don't think it's well known with people that I've talked to about it that, he was being he got hit with the skateboard. Right?
Yeah.
Did someone?
And that was Anthony Huber. That fucking like that. You get
like,
caught with a skateboard like that. You were threatening someone. Like you swing a skateboard at someone, you're threatening their life. You get hit with a truck of a skateboard. Like you're at the very least like fracturing your skull. Like if it connects.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like if he's getting hit with anything, like I would take that as self-defense. Like even if it wasn't. In the context of that, and then Rosenbaum. Yeah, I mean he's
that dude
being
was
charged.
That dude was acting insane as well. Like I was saying earlier, it's like
there's just a bunch of goofballs.
They're trying to act like these fucking lifelong committed activists just were randomly gunned down by some crazy right winger, and that's just not what happened. None of these dudes, except for Grosskreutz, he looks like he's been LARPing for about 10 years, judging by his fucking Twitter feed. That guy's such a fucking pansy. I don't care. I'll say that, dude. I added him on Twitter a couple times like a child. I don't care.
You
dude,
did?
Yeah, dude. There was one on Posobic's fucking feed because him and Posobic, he argues with Jack Posobic sometimes, this right wing commentator, and I think it's hilarious because Posobic dunks on him. But yeah, I commented something like. It was after his testimony, and like since his testimony, he hasn't said shit on Twitter. It's been really funny actually. But I was like, yeah, I was like, wow, Jack, he's been pretty quiet. He's been pretty quiet on here lately, eh? And like with like a laughing emoji, and like it got actually a decent amount of likes. It was kind of funny. I was like, haha, go me, Twitter, haha. But yeah, no, it was fucking
You're
hilarious.
doing Twitter right.
Because no, that guy's a clown. Like he's sitting here on like Michael Strahan's simping for him on Good Morning America, like. Oh, Gage, you poor thing. It's like, no, dude, this guy was acting a fool. Everyone out there was acting a fool. Kyle Rittenhouse was acting a fool, too.
Yeah.
His parents should have never let him go to an active situation like that. Never. Should. Yeah. Like,
but again,
but at the end of the day, he was there, and what happened was happened. You have to, like, separate that from certain... like certain things too, and like
it is crazy that his mom drove him there though and put him in that situation.
Yeah, that's some badass parenting.
Yes.
Like,
however, I've also seen to piggyback on that thing we were saying about how he did not cross the state border with a weapon.
Yeah, it's
like I've heard, his mom took him across the state state line with the weapon. Took him to this riot or this the peaceful protest.
Yeah.
It's like, that didn't happen. The mom should not. I really don't think the mom should have taken it.
I think we covered the three buzz points, the big buzz points, the crossing state lines, like you just brought up, which has still been repeated. Like some people still repeat that online or like do interviews and repeat that, and then obviously just how they portray the victims. Oh, and then too, I don't think we talked about this a lot, but this is another one that's kind of significant. There's a lot of people that thought it was black people for the longest time that were shot at this protest. They thought it was like some like real like race, like
it actually
was
a racist event,
hunting type deal, like where this person was just arbitrarily shooting black people, which wasn't the case. But I saw people I know, like sharing memes like that, and then also I saw a lot of people trying to compare it to just unrelated situations, like even correlating with the Ahmaud Arbery case in like Georgia, which looks like I've paid attention. Don't get me wrong, Ghislaine Maxwell trial and Rittenhouse trial has definitely taken up a lot of my attention, but I mean that case, the Arbery case looks like a legitimate, like they just fucking tried to be the police and fucking shot someone
it sounds like
unprovoked. It looked like a pure clear-cut murder, but then like no one talks about that. Like no one's like because the media hasn't pushed it because like again it's like not divisive. Like
Yeah,
But
no, you're right. If it wasn't
but
divisive,
there's no attention on that at all, and that's like
Yeah.
a clear cut case where we probably should talk about that. Hey, fucking idiots, you can't just make these.
But I guess the two things, I think if it is so clear cut, like why does it need all of this, media attention? Like these guys, like it's from what it's. I haven't looked into this. Like I've glanced at it, like you have, but
I mean,
like, it sounds like
all the testimony really says that unarmed, like really
Yeah, but
unprovoked. Like he went to a construction site a couple times, like late at night or when he was jogging, and like walked around a like construction, like an unfinished house that was still having like pipes and like landscape and stuff like that put in, like, which I mean probably shouldn't do that, but dude, they had the
I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done
so
that.
I've done
Yeah.
that too. That's not a punishable by death offense.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's multiple testimonies. One specifically from the owner, and then the people working on the property that said, yeah, nothing's been missing. So it's like there's no crime. Yeah, from what I've seen, there's no crime that happened.
Yeah.
Was unarmed. They fucking chased him down.
Yeah, it sounds.
fucking
Yeah, like I
murdered
was gonna
him.
say, it sounds like they like legit like hunted him down. You know,
on some
on a like he's running away and they're on
some
they're on
hearsay.
their truck.
On some,
Yeah.
They had no concrete facts, just on some hearsay. But again, no one talks about that. Like no one.
Yeah.
And
Well,
no-
again,
and
like I
no-
said,
no,
I
and
wonder.
and the people that don't talk about that case, like from what I've seen, can't get the fact. The people who are most like, especially in Facebook land, like Facebook land is just like full like zombie mode at this point. But I mean, seriously though,
You're right. Yeah. I rarely go on Facebook.
Facebook is bad.
I feel like a lot of the stuff
It's just
is
like
just,
lefty, like not. It's not even. See,
I
the
really don't
mainstream
think it's
memes-
left. I really feel like I'm seeing, dude. I really feel like I'm seeing more right wing shit on
I mean, it's
Facebook.
been picking up a little
And-
bit, but like during the Rittenhouse shit, dude,
even on
like,
YouTube.
the memes have been bad too. Like,
Yeah, even on YouTube, I'm trying to like cut back on like spending money and stuff. So I canceled my YouTube Red.
yeah.
So-
I just started the premium. It's so bad, but
But not watching ads is
I mean,
beautiful. It's
oh
amazing.
yeah, for sure.
It's amazing.
And
so
being
I'm
able
going.
to close out the app and then
Yeah,
still be able to do your thing.
I'm
too,
so I'm
nice.
having a very difficult time doing this transfer, but I feel so now I'm watching all the ads that are played on YouTube, and I keep seeing this Rand Paul ad, and it really surprises me. Like on just random stuff, like it's not even like political stuff. Like it's like on I just like on a Pokemon video, like a new
Yeah.
Pokemon game just came out, so I was watching some stuff on that, and like there's a Rand Paul ad on that, and I'm like, oh, it was sick, like
That's probably because your related searches are trying to get you. Trying
Okay,
to get you
yeah,
watch as much as possible.
that's true, yeah.
Watch more right wingers, but no, I mean the best. I mean, independents and conservative voices and non-woke people, they do have the best viewership. That is like undeniable.
Yeah.
And the most engagement.
Yeah, that's true.
If
yeah.
you're trying to be honest about it, I mean, the left has celebrities, so I mean, but celebrities, celebrities don't hold a lot of weight in cultural discussions. Well, at least for like sane people. Like,
yeah.
like, for me, at least, I don't give a damn what a lot
People
of
do
celebrities
though,
think
dude.
about
People do.
political happenings, like
Yeah.
or social happenings. Like they're
Well, that's the thing too. Like I could say that with even like sports people. Like I don't care.
yeah,
I don't give two
people
shits
really do
about
fucking buy
what
into that.
Kobe or I guess Kobe can't think about it.
Oh, rest in peace, Kobe and Adam. Just
I was
taking
trying to.
shots.
What's the
at
other one?
Taking shots at the Black Mama. LeBron would have been probably a better example because he's a little
Sports.
bitch and he's a sellout. But
Yeah, I only know the ones
damn,
that
R.I.P.
the.
Kobe. That was cold fucking blooded, dude.
I bet he thinks real hard on
Jesus.
stuff.
God damn. Yeah, LeBron. I don't even know if LeBron can read, man.
Oh, isn't it
LeBron's so fucking annoying.
Oh, what's that? What's the
And
boxer?
I
What's that
love
boxer's?
basketball.
the-
but Floyd Mayweather can't
Yeah.
fucking read either. Jesus Christ.
That
He's
is.
a very
I
good
wonder
boxer.
if is that actually true? Like, is that confirmed that he can't read?
Yeah, I
'Cause,
mean,
like, would you? But like, dude, if you
you ever
couldn't-
heard Floyd Mayweather talk?
Yo,
He probably
oh,
definitely. You wouldn't even need to see him try to read. Just like
I just don't understand how you could go through
like the
life. Like, what does he do? Does he not play on his phone? Like, so, like, I feel like when I'm on my phone, I guess unless he's watching like a video,
bro. A lot
like,
of people
does he go on
just-
Facebook,
A lot of people just like.
Instagram? Like, he's got to learn how to. I just don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not saying he can't like read like basic things, but I feel like mean,
I also don't
a
think like if
book-
he couldn't read, like
a book would be a fucking
oh,
rough go
I'm
for
sure he
Floyd
doesn't
Mayweather.
read books. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he reads books. I'm just saying like when you say like when I hear people say like, oh, he can't read, I'm thinking like he can't actually read. Like,
Oh,
a
no,
word.
not- like-
you know.
He's just low proficiency. Mayweather could fucking read us a Dr. Seuss book, and it would be great. But, you know, like a Jordan Peterson book,
That'd be good.
or, you know, a
Sorry.
fucking, wow, why am I blanking on fucking authors right now? Jesus Christ, a Scott Horton book? Like, that would be pretty rough for him. Sam Harris book would be probably pretty rough for Floyd Mayweather to read.
Oh,
Sam-
yes.
Sam
Dan
Har-
Brown.
Yeah, or like Russell Brand's
And
got
he-
some good books too.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Uh,
I'm not saying I don't think he reads books.
I mean,
don't even-
it's like George Bush too. Like,
Like, you
I
think he
feel like
reads a lo-
I think George Bush would be on the same proficiency as Floyd Mayweather, like
Really?
reading wise. George Bush is dumber than dog
no,
shit.
I know he's dumb, but I just don't think he. I feel like he could
Geor-
read like a paragraph.
George
Like, do you
Bush.
think- do you
George
think
Bush
Floyd
is
Mayweather
so
can wear-
dumb they didn't fucking invite him for the Epstein like festivities. He's like the only president that hasn't taken
That's
part.
true. That's true. Yeah, that's funny. Well, I just
Or maybe he has and he's just low key about it. That'd be so fucked. I mean, George Bush got his own rap sheet that's well documented. That's not great.
I saw a picture of Epstein with the faces of all the girls were blurred out, but he was sitting on a couch. Yeah. Oh yeah. When I first
Fuck.
saw that, I was like, uh oh. But he was on his plane, and there was like a young girl sitting on his lap, like sleeping, and like that's what the caption said because the face was blurred out, so I couldn't actually see if she was sleeping or not. But like it was creepy. Like it was just weird. It was just very odd to see this. Like she looked limp. Like it was just like this limp little girl just sitting on his lap.
That's
and just on his plane with a bunch of other girls in the background.
That trial is going through the pretrial process right now. They're picking jurors. There's an interesting list.
Oh yeah, you're right. That
I
is
found
starting. That
earlier.
is starting up.
Yeah, the proceedings start the 29th, which I'm going to spam in my feed up until, and I will spam any details I find about the case because everyone should be paying attention to it. I feel this is like the implications are to so many people that like carry such like big influence on our culture and our politics. Like it's everyone should give it to him. This should be the straw on the camel's back of we need to fucking not rebrand the system. We need to overhaul the system and just start a whole new one, or maybe have a national divorce. I don't know, but because
I don't know.
No, because
I don't know what the right answer is.
if it
This
comes
is
out
bad.
that like more than what we even think is involved, which it looks like there's a lot of big names involved already. Like, how could you ever let any of these people that have even befriended like some of these other celebrities or politicians? Like, you can't trust any of these people. Like, you guys have, because a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
Like, ABC News got busted for squashing the Epstein story for such a long time until like WikiLeaks came out and shit, and then James O'Keefe really broke it too. Like,
I have to
sorry.
interrupt you. I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you're good.
I'll be right back.
We will be back. Sure. You want me to keep rolling? Okay. So, now that we stumble into Epstein stuff. Sorry, we both just had Red Bulls and I had a ton of caffeine today, so if we just both start rambling, just forgive us. Forgive us. But I posted this in my story earlier. There's a court document showing a large amount of defendants with multiple plaintiffs having legal actions taken against them that involve both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So I'm just going to read them off because it's pretty crazy. And Harvey Weinstein is also involved, which, I mean, he's already been, outed and pretty fucked. Like, believe he's been convicted. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's had to have been. Sorry, I don't know the details of that off the top of my head, but yeah. So there's like 38 of them, so I'm just gonna read them off. First one's 1953 Trust, Harvey Weinstein, Sean Carter, Darren Indyke, Richard Kahn, the Weinstein Corporation, Miramax Films, the Walt Disney Company, Def Jam Records, Rock Nation, Universal Music Group, Beyonce Knowles. That's a pretty big name that most people know. Kanye West as well.
Here's Butter.
Butter. What up? Pupper Invasion. And then we got Terrence Thornton, Black Cube Ltd, Dwayne Carter, Young Money Entertainment, Good Music, Shelly Massenberg Smith, Robert Kelly, Milton Brown, Marcelo Clary, I don't know if I pronounced that right, Sprint Corporation, a CBS subsidiary, Qatar Investment Authority, Ghislaine Maxwell, Parkwood Entertainment, City of New York Police Department is one of the defendants. That's insane. Sony Entertainment, like, and those are the 30 on this defendant list of this complaint. I feel like there's a multitude of allegations of sexual harassment, extortion, physical torture, psychological torment, revenge targeting. There's 3 plaintiffs, and one of the plaintiffs said that she was being targeted and harassed for not for her refusing to be willing to sell her child to one of the defendants. That's pretty fucking crazy. She was just being followed around, harassed like that. But yeah, I just fucking rambled through.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I just rambled through this list of defendants of this court document that just has made the rounds on the interwebs from August 21st, 2020, and it's got some crazy defendants. Like, take a look at that list. I just read it off like one by one because I don't know, just people need to hear that for sure. But there's some insanely big companies implicated in that fucking list that are defendants.
Disney,
yeah.
Kanye West. Whoa.
The whole like New York NYPD is a literal defendant, dude. Like, and then there's like over 100 that are unnamed
what is this
sealed.
for? What is this for?
This is a complaint by 3 plaintiffs against all those people and that are also
that they knew what was going on.
Yeah, and they even took part and tried extorting people. Like the one I read a little synopsis of the third plaintiff's experience where like they were getting harassed by them. New York Police Department. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Like one of the plaintiffs was getting
Phillip
harassed.
Green.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy list. And one of them was getting harassed because they refused to sell their child, which is
Wait, they refused to sell their child?
The third plaintiff if you go in the first court document here, it literally no, it's not the first court document. It's like the 3rd page. But yeah, I took a screenshot of it. Go to bullet point 6. Go to bullet point 6, and yeah, this one of the plaintiffs' like big complaint was that one of the defendants like continually harassed them for refusing to sell their kid to them, which is fucking wild. You imagine someone following you around, like trying to extort you or some shit to get you to sell you their kid so they can fucking traffic them or do whatever fucking evil shit they want to do with your kid. Like that is an intense level of fucking harassment there. Like they're lucky some of these people didn't get killed following these people around.
That's crazy.
People hiring security, or people taking it in their own hands too. That is wild.
I didn't realize all those people were all of those companies were involved with this.
Yeah, that's a pretty damning list, and there's
the Walt Disney Company.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea. That
Walt
is so
Disney's
crazy.
got quite a bit of money in our mainstream media.
Oh yeah, well I guess that's true, dude. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they own ABC.
Well, Okay, here's another big detail about this list, which is hopefully all this gets unsealed. But so that list I just read off and just showed Adam. Once you get to the last, so I didn't read these off actually.
We'll put this in the description. We'll put a picture of it.
We'll put I will
do
post
the link.
I will post this court document link in the description for sure. But so if you go to the last, if you go to 36, 37, and then 38, there's John Doe, Jane Doe, and then Corporation Does. And there's 1 through 100 in parentheses, 1 through 100 in parentheses, 1 through 100 parentheses, which from my interpretation, I mean, someone could correct me if I'm wrong. Adam, if you think I'm wrong, obviously correct me. But that means what? We have basically 300 unnamed like potential defendants.
True. Yeah,
that's
that is
insanity.
True.
Like who?
I guess, but why? I wonder. Okay, but if they're naming all of those other people, if they're naming Beyonce and Kanye West,
maybe that's
Disney,
the only one that those 3 plaintiffs and like other victims were aware of. Maybe that's why, or maybe there's some sort of seal in place for the others, because maybe there's more political figures, because there wasn't a lot of political figures in that list from what I saw. So maybe it's a lot of political figures.
You're right.
Have their name sealed.
Dude, you have to be. You got to be right on that. Because I was thinking because I was thinking originally that maybe they're the only reason I would think that that their names wouldn't be released is that they're minors, or maybe it's still because that part, like their involvement on this is still.
Oh, you're saying there's like young defendants that were like grooming people too?
Oh,
yeah,
at
for
the
sure.
time, yeah. Oh, I'm sure that was the case. Yeah,
this been going on since like the 80s, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Early 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when it started, but I'm just saying I could definitely imagine like a 17-year-old girl like trying to like console
This is a gross Google. When did Epstein start? That's not funny at all. First
Epstein's first diddle.
First, God damn. Oh man,
that's the first link.
Bang bang on the inappropriate jokes. But Jeffrey Epstein's first case of abuse was brought to the courts 1985. He targeted a 13-year-old. Disgusting.
Wow.
Absolutely fucking disgusting.
Wow, that is so wild.
And that's, so it could be.
It's so wild that this has been happening on.
It could be further than that,
Yeah. Oh, that's when he's. Yeah,
definitely
that's the thing.
Further than that. That was the first complaint.
Caught.
Yeah, that's the first complaint.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Shit's crazy. But yeah, I plan to be just an absolute maniac in my feed.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wait.
The Epstein stuff over the night. Oh, our the pod Instagram is going to be ridiculous. I'm sure I'll be pretty ridiculous on social media. We'll
gonna
post
have
some
to
stories. We'll post a lot of clips too, as if crazy things develop. Like any sort of like more political names get confirmed. We'll definitely do. We might do a whole. If this trial gets really juicy, we might do a whole long episode on it.
That's what I was just saying. We could probably even do like a whole episode on this. Like, I know it's not. I don't think it's televised, right? I don't think it is.
From what I've seen, no, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That we can get Rittenhouse like full live.
Yeah.
Like if anything, we should have.
How is that? I thought, or maybe no. That's only the Supreme Court. Like that. There's no cameras or like any like video recorders or whatever.
Yeah, I think it depends on the implications too, and sometimes I think it's on the judge a lot of the time. I think
okay.
That was because, like, in the Rittenhouse case, that was Judge
Schroeder's
call.
The judge is a woman in this case, so I wonder if she's gonna have like a, not that she. I don't know. I just think she's gonna. I wonder if she's gonna have like a different outlook on, like seeing these young girls. Like she's like, oh, I was.
It might work. I don't think it helped Ghislaine Maxwell. There has been some weird. Like the
oh yeah,
the Independent UK and then the Guardian put out some weird like sympathy like articles for her. Like why I don't think
it makes me want to pity her. Yeah,
my reasons why I have pity for Ghislaine Maxwell and then
something like that.
Here are some reasons, and then
they only met her like one time in college, and it was with
this
it was with Boris
UK,
Johnson, with their prime minister now.
Yeah, and it was written by a family member of him. I think it's not his daughter, but like a cousin or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote this article, like almost kind of like like soft support of Ghislaine Maxwell, like oh, like I could see the like insert fucking pseudo dramatic quote here, like in her eyes, and then like I don't know, it was fucking
Yeah, I
weird.
don't know.
It was
Did you-
the like tone of it was so weird.
Did
like,
you see
oh,
her
I could just see how
complaints of-
majestic she looked. Like,
Did you see her complaints of the prison and how like,
Oh,
her
yeah.
treatment? And did you see it? She said that her dryer is too loud.
oh, that poor thing, that fucking poor thing. Someone get her.
I saw that and I laughed. I thought that was so funny. Like, can you imagine being in jail and the only thing you can complain about, like that's the one thing that you're gonna tell everybody and complain about, is that your dryer.
Yeah, the fucking
She has a dryer. Like,
the audacity she has. So she just got denied too. Her sixth attempt at getting cash bail. Just crazy that like her. I mean, obviously her attorneys are gonna do what they're gonna do. Like, but it's that it's crazy to me that they've attempted so many times. Like, do you realize the implications of what she's like being like she's facing in court is insanity.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're getting cash bail, you dumb bitch? Like, nah, try again. Like,
No, yeah, you're
you
right.
fucking
You're right.
ruined generations and generations of psyches and taking advantage of like. I mean,
Oh yeah, ruined
I mean,
I'm sure hundreds of or thousands of girls, have been affected by
like innocent
this
until proven guilty.
little,
But the writing's on the fucking wall with this one. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to like jump to too many unsubstantiated conclusions, but I mean this one looks
There was something going on.
pretty fucking rough go for
Yeah.
a lot of the defendants, and that list we just went through is fucking insane. Like,
Well, and I
'cause
just think it's also crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to think that, just talking day to day, like if you were saying, hey, oh yeah, my sister is, or my brother or something, is dating, or is friends with a sex offender. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you hanging out with this dude? Why are you associating yourself with this person? This person's clearly does not have the right morals, or, they're not on the right path of life.
And I don't even think
Now there's all these presidents that have been in, or,
I'm
not
pretty
even now.
sure-
Like, they've all just been hanging out.
Yeah,
all these
I'm pretty
business
sure.
people too,
Yeah, what Clinton, Trump's
apparently Trump's
supposedly been around. Obama's been implicated too. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Hold on one second. I'm gonna turn the heater on.
Oh, you're good. Adam got cold. Adam got to warm his shit up. The heater is the one heater we had on is closer to me. I'm a fucking
Sorry,
selfish
it's
bastard.
a little cold.
Stole all the heat from Adam. But no, it's people definitely. I think this is conspiratorial, but I think it's fucking true. I think a lot of this COVID stuff and all these other, stories that have been pushed over the past couple of years have really just been part of the distraction for this, because this has received no media coverage whatsoever. There's like just a blackout. There's an absolute blackout from what I've seen. Just scrolling through different things, and
Nobody's covering it. But that's the thing. Nobody's But like, look at
journalists are writing about it at the mainstream level. Like, it's just like blackout for the most part.
But look at you saw all those people that are like Disney, for example, is now involved with this.
Yeah, I mean, Disney's got control of so many media outlets.
But
they just
that's the thing.
merged. They just did a big merger with Turner, I think, like a while back. I think.
Okay, so there you go. So, and I think does Turner own CNN?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now that's why
it's
CNN's
Ted
not
Turner.
going to cover this,
Ted
because they're
Turner,
going to be
baby.
like, yeah. So they're going to be like, oh, what?
Founded that bitch.
They're going to be like, oh, this company has, our
also a
owner
philanthropist.
is involved with this, and same thing with ABC. Like, ABC is involved with Disney. They're not going to cover this either. That's just the crazy thing about it. Is just I really feel like the media is just, you cannot trust them, and it sucks because you used to, not me obviously, but like all the older generations, there was like that one source of media that you could go to that was very unbiased. Yeah,
centralized, maybe in the 70s and 80s, but it's still like.
But it was still like it was not as
mirrors.
like it was actual news coverage and reporters going out and doing investigative reporting, where it's not just like
Yeah.
you know, just trying to get on the news and stuff. Like I don't know. I was watching this one clip of I think it was ABC. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was doing like a hurricane coverage or something, and he was out, and it's, you know, like the wind is crazy, you know, things are blowing all out, and he's just, you know, he's in a white button up with his sleeves rolled up, and he was kind of a muscular dude, and like it was just kind of like he was like trying to like model and just like kind of be there and like, look at me doing my job, you know. look at me, I'm a hero, like out in the field, you know.
I'm a hero.
Yeah,
Woo!
like it's like a show, you know. He's like an actor, and it was just, I don't know, it was just weird. It's just odd seeing how all these different media companies are portraying the world and how they legit they
Blatantly biased.
yes, yeah.
Blatantly
Yeah,
not
and they-
factual, blatantly not honest, ever.
But it sucks too that they have this that they still have such this control over the narrative of everything, really, you know, and like I don't know, but I guess social media has helped with that. But once these social media companies take the same the same outlook on this stuff as the actual news corporations, they're gonna have, you know, the same problems are gonna happen. Like with with Twitter, you're gonna get kicked off if you, for whatever reason, you know, if you say,
I mean,
you whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just,
you couldn't defend people are getting kicked off for having a contrary opinion to the mainstream narrative with the Rittenhouse case. People get kicked off Twitter all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like, you're
yeah,
spreading
COVID,
misinformation.
yeah,
Blah, blah,
COVID,
blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
lab
same
leak,
with
yeah.
COVID too. Yeah, no, you can't talk about. Oh, we found out it might be true. Oh, okay, you can talk about it now. Like, no,
Yeah, I just
shut the
don't-
fuck up.
it's just-
Free speech. Fuck off.
yeah.
Like,
But that's the thing.
but
I
I mean,
wonder,
these people are making money to do that though. Like these people. Like,
I just don't know if we're ever gonna have a free speech platform. Like, we're not, because I don't think a company would
Twitter's-
ever do that. I think that's too big of a risk.
Twitter's the closest thing.
I don't even know if Twitter does.
No,
like,
Twitter's not good. Twitter's
No,
heavily
yeah.
censored, but like I feel like it's the most like
I feel like Twitter censors has been censoring
No,
a lot more stuff recently.
they do for sure. That so this account, you should follow.
Like,
this.
we were just talking about that car. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we were just talking
you're
about that the parade, that car crashing through that parade.
Oh yeah.
And I was telling you,
in Wisco.
and we couldn't find, like, it took us a second to like actually find video footage of the car hitting people. Like, all of the videos that we had seen, it was getting cut off, and
Which that's a
which,
whole,
and I understand,
that's a
you know,
fucked up situation.
yeah, I get
that
not
just
wanting to
happened
totally
the
promote,
day
you
prior.
know, the thing, you know,
But it's like even
kids getting hit, but
which
I
we'll
don't know.
talk about that too. But it's even like what was I just gonna fucking say? Oh, I'm so dumb. But I will say, like, yeah, Twitter does censor a lot too, and I'm not saying they don't, but I feel like it's still like the most wild west out of any other social media.
Yeah.
Like Twitter, I can see some like news breaks on Twitter first, and like
Yeah.
that's why I'm on Twitter. Like people always
I think Reddit's pretty crazy. I think if
Reddit's wild west too. Actually, yeah, for sure.
I feel like if Reddit
I go
was
on Reddit
taken,
sometimes.
yeah, it was.
I gotta be
was
careful of
more
Reddit's-
like Twitter, as in like, you know, where you could get that breaking news coverage like as
if
quick.
If
Like
Reddit didn't look like a fucking like sex
forum,
chat room,
yeah.
it would
Yeah.
be a way better,
Yeah.
more usable site. But it does look like a fucking. Hey, let's meet up and fuck in my van. 27 years old.
Yeah.
Fucking bearded wonder. Like that's what Reddit. I always feel like I'm on some fucking or like used goods sale website. I feel like it's like Craigslist, dude. It's like a weird
Yeah.
Craigslist forum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Craigslist got rid of all of the. Did you know that? Yeah.
Yeah, they had to hamper down. Which I mean, if it avoids
I feel
illegal like people having sex with
Yeah.
minors, like trafficking people, I think
that
that's
was pretty. Yeah.
net positive.
I used to look through that. I'll be honest. I would go on Craigslist and
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
look
at
at-
titties.
oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'll be like, oh,
Hell
those
yeah.
ones are near
I would
me.
call I would call the at school a couple times. I would go on back pages and call like one of the numbers for like one of the pseudo
Like a-
hookers that's
yeah.
on there. Yeah, and I would
Like
ask
a
them what
sex
they.
line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it kind of far sometimes. I'll ask them what they would do with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy too because they would talk in detail. I was a minor, I'm pretty sure at the time. Like, I was
Oh,
like 16
dang.
at the time. They would talk to me in detail about it. I'll be like, yeah, would you? So how much? Like, I'd be like, how much would it cost? I was such a shit when I was a kid, so like, this was dumb shit was an everyday occurrence. But yeah, I'd be like, yeah. So like, would you lick my butthole? Or like, I'd say something like that. Or like, how much would it cost to do that? Okay, so, and then I'd literally.
Would you bargain with them?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd
okay.
literally be like a Karen about it. I'd be like,
You're
oh.
gonna charge me $55 just for a butthole
So
lick?
so you're telling
Like-
me butthole licks are $50, but blowjobs are only 15? Like, what if can we get 50 for both?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd start like literally
ever
being a
do,
fucking
like,
cocksucker about it. Like,
Yeah, you do any bundles, like a 2-for-1?
yeah, my dumb ass would be doing that in computer class. So I did get kicked out of the class once for doing that, but it was only I'd mainly try to only do it with subs.
Wait, in high school or middle
Yeah,
school?
it was in credit recovery at Romeo, and then also credit recovery at this other school I went to because I was a fucking degenerate in high school. I was a wild Kyle in high school. It's not good.
I imagine you being a wild child.
Oh, it was ridiculous, dude. Fucking out
Wow,
of control.
that is so funny that you did that.
Yeah.
You're like bargaining with them. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
I mean that does show to you how God, that could turn someone
Yeah.
who's serious though. I mean, obviously I was.
You're just trying to save money. You're being, you're being smart with your money. And I think that's what
Yeah, I was so
anybody wants for
financially.
their kid.
I was so financially
that's-
disciplined at 16 that I turned down, $70 worth of butthole licking. That's some fucking restraint if I've ever heard it. $70 is also a lot back then.
Yeah, being 16 and doing having $70, you're like,
$70.
I'm a
is
rich
fucking
bitch.
gold mine at
Yeah.
16. It's fucking.
$70 is a lot of money to me. I'll take $70.
I mean, that fucking Backpages lady takes $70 too. From anyone,
Wow.
it seems. That's
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I
thinking
mean
about
those
it, like,
those are very.
$70 to lick
for
a
the
butthole.
how-
Like I feel like it would
was
take me
just-
a lot more than $70 to lick a butthole.
I mean, I don't even know if that was the exact number. That was just like
Oh.
arbitrarily, like off the top of my head. But I mean, I feel like that would make sense. I feel like I don't know what the free market would
Yeah.
set.
Well, I guess if she
set that
doesn't
at.
mind doing it, she can get like a lot of people.
That's
like,
true. If
she-
that's
if
like
she-
her kink, she could just do like a.
Yeah.
Maybe that same lady is still on Backpages and she does like holiday.
Yeah. Hit us up. We'll interview
clearance,
you.
especially with like post-COVID.
Yeah.
economy.
If Kyle sounds familiar, hit us up. we'll interview you and we'll have hooker hour. We'll pay her for an hour and we'll pay her for.
Yeah, we won't do anything.
We're not going to do anything sexual on camera, and we'll just interview her. We'll do. We can ask her just a bunch of questions like.
We'll ask her political leanings.
Yeah.
They're probably great.
What do you
They're
have
probably
health care?
They're probably, they're probably
what is your
so
healthcare
they're probably
coverage?
so principled. It's like I hate people who look like you. Oh,
Yeah. That's funny.
we trying to chop this one up and talk about what is it? Waukesha?
Waukesha.
Waukesha. I'm a piece of shit for mispronouncing that.
How
Waukesha.
dare you?
Waukesha, Wisconsin. That's a fucking heavy topic.
Yeah,
you want to pause and get into that?
Yeah, we can do that. Are you good? Do you want to take a pause break? Like,
Yeah.
Are you good? Okay. Yeah.
Just
let's take
for a second,
Yeah.
regroup, because then,
Yep.
because I was thinking what I was gonna do is I'm gonna edit this
Okay.
and post it
Oh, nice. Okay.
if you want,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
we can go round 2 on a whole nother conversation,
Yeah.
and then we're 2 episodes ahead.
Yeah, we can do that. I like that.
Yeet.
Sick.